Welcome back. My name is Satyajit Sahu and we are in Monsoon series. In Monsoon series, we are covering the important portions for your upcoming GATE examination. Right? So, today we are studying what? Vehicle damage factor. Okay? VDF. Okay? Vehicle damage factor. But in this particular topic, I will be taking many other topics like we'll be covering axle loads, right? We'll be covering standard axle loads, okay? And then we'll be seeing design traffic, and then at the end we'll see what? Vehicle damage factor. Now many students have doubt in this vehicle damage factor, the calculation of vehicle damage factor and the concept in vehicle damage factor. So hope that you will get clarified of all your doubts in this particular session. Okay, so let us welcome all the participants. So welcome Akshay, Kartikeya, Rajashree, Vivek, Rasmita, Rahul, Juhi, Naman, Survi, Diya Ranjan, Akanks, Vaskar, Vipul and Vijit. So welcome to all of you. So now this session is a little numerical in nature. So I'll suggest all the students to keep their calculators ready so that they will not face any difficulty while the numericals are going on. Okay, so we are in middle of this monsoon series, okay, and yesterday we covered traffic delay model, and this whole week I'll be teaching many important topics of highway engineering. So today we'll focus on what? The vehicle damage factor. Now before going into vehicle damage factor, let me introduce a term known as what? Axle load. I'll introduce a term known as what? Axle load. Okay. Now, a vehicle, you can see this is a vehicle, right? This is a vehicle. So vehicle has axles, right? So I can say in this particular diagram, you can see that this is, I can say, front axle. This I can say is what? The front axle, yes. And the back one I can say the rear axle, or I can say the back axle, okay? Now, these axles will have what? Different loads, right? That depends on the vehicle load, right? What things you are carrying, right? And based on that, there will be what? There will be these axle loads. There will be what? Axle loads. Now, these axle loads can be anything, right? They can be anything. They can be, I can say, 170 kilonewton, right? Or they can be 90 kilonewton, okay? They can be 70 kilonewton. They can be anything. That depends on what? The vehicle and the loads which the vehicle is carrying. Yes. Now, there is something known as what? Standard axle load. There is something known as what? Standard axle load. Okay. Because we have to standardize the things. So, we'll define a term known as what? Standard axle load. Okay. So, there are two things. One is what? One is the axle load. One is the standard axle load. Now, which one will be fixed? Tell me. Which one will be fixed? The axle load or the standard axle load will be fixed? Please write in the comment section as per your understanding that the standard axle load will be fixed or the axle load will be fixed. Please write in the comment section. Yes, the standard axle load will be fixed. This will be fixed. Yes, because you see this axle load will depend on the vehicle. Right? Different type of vehicles, right? Different type of vehicles carrying different loads will have different axle loads. Now, our job is to convert each of them into what? Standard axle load. So first we'll understand how to convert any axle load into standard axle loads. Okay, how to convert that. Okay. Now, the standard axle load depends on the types of axle, right? So the standard axle load, suppose I am giving the name WS to the standard axle load, and this axle load, suppose I am giving the name, suppose W. So the standard axle load WS, it will depend on the type of axle. The type of axle. You can see that if you see this front one, in this front one, you can see that there is a single axle, right? A single axle is there, and then on each side of the axle there are two wheels. Okay, something like this, right? Something like this. Okay. So here I will just request the technical team. Some technical error has occurred. So I'll just request the technical team. Some comment is not showing, or I will just see the YouTube from this so that the streaming has stopped, I think. Let me just see. Some error has happened. Okay, I think the error has been rectified. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, that is rectified. Yeah. 1 second, I will just call the technical team. Just have patience for 1-2 minutes. We'll start the class soon. Yeah, I think now it's fine. Now it's fine. Okay. So are you able to hear my voice? But I don't know, this thing is not appearing synchronous. I'll just call the technical person. The issues has happened. No, voice is clear. I'm not able to see the comments. Just once refresh it. Once refresh, this is appearing little late. This system, yeah. Just refresh this page, yeah. Don't close, just refresh it. So that there is no lag. Let me see it is lagging or not. There is quite a lag in this. Just refresh it in that. Let me write something and see. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, down little. Yeah. Click it. Then enter. Sorry? Enter. Now it will come. Just see. Okay, it's not appearing. I will just turn it for you. It's okay. Let it come. Okay, now, yeah. Yeah. Okay, sorry for the minor problem. Okay, now I think the things are resolved. Everything is clear now. Shall we start? Just write once yes, we'll start. Just write once yes, we'll start. Yes, okay. I can see that this is a single axle. This is a single axle. Okay, and then we have what? Single wheel on either side. We have single wheel on either side. So this is what? Single axle, single wheel on either side. Okay. So when this is the case, the standard axle load will be taken 65 kilonewton. Now these values you know before, okay, some students might be knowing before. I will just repeat for all of you. I'll just repeat for all of you. And students who don't know, they can know also, right? So it's a single axle, you can see the single axle and then single axle and single wheel on either side. Okay, very easy. This one I can say, right? This one, the front one here, right? Now, you can see the rear one or the back one. Here you can see we have single axle. Here we have what? Single axle, but we have what? Dual wheel on either side. We have dual wheel on either side, right? So, for this one, the standard axle load is how much? It is 80 kilonewton. It is what? 80 kilonewton, right? Now, therefore, we can say that we have two single axle. We have two type of single axle loads, right? And if nothing is given, we'll assume dual wheel on either side. Suppose in the question, they are not mentioning that it is single axle, single wheel or single axle, dual wheel, then what you will do? You will assume that it is single axle, dual wheel. Because in the examination, they might not give you diagram, right? Here the diagram was given, in the examination, they might not give you diagram, okay? Now, this is what? The single axle, and then we had what? Single wheel on either side or dual wheel on either side. Then we have something like this. This is known as what? This is known as a tandem axle. This is known as what? A tandem axle. You can see that it's a combination of two single axles, right? It's a combination of two single axle. You can see here one axle and here the second axle. It will look something like this, right? We can see that here there are two wheels on either side and there are two axles. So this is what? This is a tandem axle. This is what? This is a tandem axle. So when it is tandem axle, you should remember the standard axle load is how much? It is actually equal to 148 kilonewton. You have to remember these values. You have to remember these values. Okay. The next one is what? Your tridem axle. You can see there are three axles connected now. 1, 2, and 3. There are three axles connected here, right? So this is a tridem axle. This is what? This is a tridem axle. This is a tridem axle. And when there is a tridem axle means what? Three axles are connected, right? And then there are two wheels on either side of a single axle. Then in that case, I will say the standard axle load is how much? It is 224 kilonewton. 224 kilonewton. Okay. So if I summarize, first single axle, single wheel. In that case, the standard axle load is how much? It is 65 kilonewton. Then we have single axle but dual wheel on either side. In this case, the standard axle load is how much? 80. 80. Many students might be knowing this thing, but I'm assuming that you don't know, right? Then we have the tandem axle. In tandem axle, I can say this is 148. Okay, you have to remember all these values. You have to remember all these values. And then we have tridem. So in this case, standard axle load is 224 kilonewton. Okay. So now if I want to convert any axle load, into standard axle load, into what? Standard axle load. I will give a name to it. I will give it as equivalent standard axle loads. Means what? Means this one axle load is equal to how many standard axle load. So whenever you hear this term, equivalent standard axle load, what does that mean? ESAL, equivalent standard axle load. That means we have a axle load and that we are converting into what? Equivalent standard axle load. And how to convert? We use a factor known as EALF. What is this factor name? It is equivalent axle load factor. It is what? Equivalent axle load factor. Very easy, very easy. So this is equal to the standard axle load conversion factor. And how is this value? This is actually equal to the axle load divided by what? The standard axle load to the power 4. To the power 4. Now, this factor can convert any axle load into equivalent standard axle loads, right? And this standard axle load value will depend on what? The type of axle. The type of axle. For example, if I say that we have, suppose I am having a axle load like this. Okay, this is what? This is a single axle dual wheel. And suppose there are 50 such axle loads. Okay, and suppose I calculated the load or measured the load. Okay, and I am seeing that the load is, suppose I am telling, this is, suppose I am telling 160 kilo Newton, right? 160 kilo Newton. Now I want to find out ESAL, means equivalent standard axle load. How I'll find? First of all, I'll find out the EALF. This is the equivalent axle load factor. It is what? The equivalent axle load factor. What will be your EALF here? It will be equal to the load divided by the standard axle load to the power 4. Very simple, right? Very simple. Now the load is given how much? It is given 160 kilonewton. And what is the standard axle load for this type of axle load? Yes, we have seen that, right? For this type of axle load, you see, the standard axle load is 80. Yes, it is 80. So what I will do? I will divide it by 80 and then to the power 4. I'm getting how much? I'm getting 2 to the power 4. That is how much? 16. That is how much? 16. Okay, that is how much? 16. I request all the students, please type as fast as possible in the comment section. Then I will be little happy. Okay, it is 16. Now, this is the equivalent factor. It is the factor. That means what? That means one such axle is equal to 16 standard axles. But how many are there? There are 50, right? There are 50, right? And I can say this 50 is the frequency. This 50 is what? The frequency N, right? So how to find out this equivalent standard axle load? Very simple. The frequency into the factor. Yes, the frequency into the factor. So this gives me how much? 50 into 16. That is how much I'm getting? I'm getting a value of 800. I'm getting a value of 800. Understood this? Understood this? How to convert any axle load into equivalent standard axle load? First you find out what? The equivalent axle load factor. Very good. Then what you do? Then once you find out, multiply with the frequency. You will get what? Equivalent standard axle loads. Very easy. For example, if I give now a task for you, suppose I am telling that we have a axle like this. This is which axle? Tell me first of all. This is which axle? Tell me with this which axle first of all. Tell me this is which axle? Some students might have identified also. Okay, this is which axle? This is your tandem axle. This is your tandem axle. Okay, and suppose I am giving that this axle load is, suppose I am giving it is 300 kilonewton. And suppose 60 such axles are there. 60 number of such axles are there. 60 numbers of such axles are there. Now tell me, what is the equivalent standard axle load? Please calculate and tell. Please calculate and tell. Oh, that's great. First of all, tell me what is the equivalent axle load factor. That is how much? The axle load divided by what? Standard axle load to the power 4. Now understand that here I will not use 80 kilonewton because that 80 kilonewton depends on what? It depends on the type of axle, right? This is a tandem axle. So I will use how much? I will use 300 divided by 148 to the power 4. So if you calculate how much you are getting this value, you are getting 16.88. This is the equivalent axle load factor, right? Equivalent axle load factor. So from here, this will be frequency into EALF giving me how much? Very simple. This will be 60. This is the frequency. 16 to 16.88. You see, so fast you are able to solve. We are getting how much? Almost I can say 1013 standard axles. Okay. So that means now any axle load I give and any number, any frequency, you can easily convert that into what? Equivalent standard axle loads. Equivalent standard axle loads. Very good. Now we have introduced a term known as what? The design traffic. Okay, the design traffic for a road. Design traffic for a road. Okay, the design traffic for a road is actually equal to 365 into A, right? 1 plus R to the power n minus 1 divided by what? Your R. This is your what? This is your formula for finding what? Equivalent, not equivalent, the design traffic. Design traffic. Okay. Now see, this design traffic which you are getting, this is in terms of commercial vehicles. Or I can say simply vehicles. I can say simply vehicles, or I can say commercial vehicles. Commercial vehicles. Commercial vehicles. Okay. Now, if I want to find out the design traffic in terms of standard axle loads, then I have to convert this commercial vehicles into what? Standard axles, right? Because you see, axles are different and vehicles are different, right? Right? Vehicles are different and axles are different. Vehicle contains axles. The vehicle is itself not a axle, right? The vehicle contains axle. There is a front axle, there is a rear axle, right? And there will be different axle loads, right? So the vehicle number will be different and the axle number will be different. Now those axle loads you can convert into standard axle load, right? That we learned. We learned how to convert any axle loads into standard axle loads. But how to convert commercial vehicles into standard axles or standard axle load? How to do that? Okay, that is the trick. And there we use what? This vehicle damage factor. So if somebody asks you, what is a vehicle damage factor, what will be your answer? Please write in the comment section. If somebody asks you what is a vehicle damage factor, then what will be your answer? Please write in the comment section. And also at the end of the lecture, summarize the lecture and write a short note about vehicle damage factor in the comment section. That is your homework. That is your homework. Okay. So I just explained you what is vehicle damage factor. Please write in the comment section. Now, please write in the comment section what is a vehicle damage factor. If they ask an objective question in the examination, what is a vehicle damage factor, what will be your answer? Yes, it is a factor which converts the number of commercial vehicles into what? Into what? Into equivalent standard axle loads. Okay, very important. You see, axle loads, any axle loads, I am converting into what? Standard. Very good. All the students are answering. Very good for your active participation. Okay, standard axle loads. Axle loads to standard axle loads. We use what? We use EALF, right? That EALF was how much? It was W by WS to the power 4, right? That was EALF, right? But if I want to convert commercial vehicles, okay? If I want to convert commercial vehicles into standard axle loads, okay? If I want to convert the commercial vehicles into standard axle loads, then I will use what? I will use your vehicle damage factor. Vehicle damage factor. Very good. Many students have answered very correctly. Very good. Now it is absolutely clear what is EALF, what is vehicle damage factor. Now how we find out this vehicle damage factor? It is very easy. This vehicle damage factor is what? We'll conduct a survey. Okay, we will conduct a survey. What we will do? We will take different axle loads, convert into what? Standard axle loads, right? We'll do a survey. Okay, so we'll pick up a bunch of vehicles. Okay, suppose we pick up a bunch of vehicles. Suppose we'll pick up some trucks. Suppose we pick up some trucks, some buses. Okay, we don't pick, we don't pick normally this bikes. Why? Because the commercial vehicles is defined as a vehicle which has a weight more than 3000 kg. Okay, more than 3 ton or 3000 kg. So we don't focus on bikes and bicycles. We pick some heavy things. Okay, so we have trucks and buses. Okay, we'll take some things. Okay, then we'll take their axle load data. What we will do? We will take their axle load data. If I give the axle load data, you can convert that axle load data into equivalent standard axle load, right? I just taught you, right? I just taught you that if you have standard axle load or axle loads, you can convert that into what? Equivalent standard axle load. How? I gave the formula. This is what? Frequency into EALF, right? So I give you any axle load data. You can convert that into what? Equivalent standard axle load. Convert it. Very good. Equivalent standard axle load, right? Just divide that with what? Number of vehicles. Just divide that with what? Number of vehicles. If you divide by number of vehicles, you get your vehicle damage factor. Yes, very easy. Yes, because you see this many vehicles. Suppose this is, I am telling K vehicles. Yes, K vehicles. If K vehicles are producing this many equivalent standard axle load, then one commercial vehicle, CV is what? One commercial vehicle. So whenever I tell vehicle, that is commercial vehicle only, okay? So one commercial vehicle will produce how many standard axle load? That will be ESAL divided by K na? Divided by K na? Understood this fact? Understood this thing? Yes? That if we have the number of vehicles, then you find out the equivalent standard axle loads and just divide number of vehicles. Understood this? How we find out vehicle damage factor? Very easy. You conduct an axle load survey. You collect the axle load data, convert into equivalent standard axle loads, right? You have measured the number of vehicles also, how many vehicles you have surveyed, right? So then divide that equivalent standard axle load by what? The number of vehicles. So what we got? That one commercial vehicle is this many standard axles. I can say like that. Or I can represent in this way also, that K vehicles, K commercial vehicles had this many standard axle loads. So one commercial vehicle is how many? This many divided by K. Yes, so you can see that one commercial vehicle is this many standard axle load. So this is the conversion factor, right? This is the conversion factor which converts the commercial vehicle into standard axle load. So this is what? This is your vehicle damage factor. So let us apply this concept hands-on and then solve some questions. Okay. So suppose we have some single axle load data. Suppose we have some single axles and I'm telling that the axle load is suppose 120 kilonewton, right? And suppose this is what? Your 160 kilonewton. So first of all, we saw that the vehicle damage factor is what? The vehicle damage factor is equivalent standard axle load divided by the number of vehicles surveyed. So it's very important that first we understand how to find out the equivalent standard axle load, right? So let us in this particular question first find out the equivalent standard axle load. They also ask you finding the equivalent standard axle load in the examination. Suppose the frequency here is 100 and suppose the frequency here is 50. Okay, I told that ESAL is what? I told ESAL is nothing but the frequency into EALF, the factor, right? So first of all, for this single axles, nothing is mentioned. We'll assume what? We'll assume that the standard axle load is 80. So give me the EALF for the first one. For the first one, please give me the EALF. It will be how much? It will be simply 120 divided by 80 to the power 4. How much I am getting the first one? The first one I am getting 5.0625. Now what about the second one? It will be 160 by 80 to the power 4, that is 16. That is 16. So for the first type of axle, 120 kilonewton, how many equivalent axles are there? Just multiply the frequency. Just multiply the frequency. You're getting how much? 506.25. For the second type, how many are there? 800 are there, right? 800, 16 into 50, 800. So I can say, if this is the question and they're asking you equivalent standard axle loads, the answer will be how much? It will be 1306.25 standard axles. 1305.25 standard axles. Easy, right? Easy, very good students. Okay, okay, understood? So now, if I give something like this, single axle, 80 kilonewton, okay, then suppose I'm telling 240 kilonewton, then we have some tandem axle also, suppose 200 kilonewton, and we have some tridem axle also, suppose 350 kilonewton, okay, and the frequencies are, for the first one, suppose the frequency is 200, for the second one, the frequency is suppose your 50, the third one, the frequency is suppose 30, and the last one frequency is suppose 40. And if I ask you find out the equivalent standard axle load, can you find out the equivalent standard axle loads? Can you find out the equivalent standard axle loads? Yes, you can easily find out, right? You can easily find out the equivalent standard axle load. You just find out first what? EALF, the factors. Now you see both are given single axle, the first two. So I'll assume standard axle load as 80. So this will be how much? 80 by 80 to the power 4 giving me 1. Second one will be 240 by 80 to the power 4. That will be how much? 3 to the power 4, that is 81, right? Next one is 81, right? Next one will be how much? 200. Here I will divide how much? 148 to the power 4. Okay, and the last one 350, it is tridem. See, this was tandem, so divided by 148. This was tridem, so divided by 224. So give me the values. Give me the values. The third one you're getting how much? These are getting 3.33. Okay, and the last one how much are getting? The last one 5.96. Very good. 5.96. Now you can easily find out ESAL for each type of axle load, right? For the first one, it will be simply what? 200 frequency into EALF, right? Frequency into EALF. Okay. Then the next one. 81 into 50. 81 into 50 will give me how much? 400. 4,000 something actually. 4,050. Very good. It will give me 4,050. Then 30 into 3.33. 30 into 3.33. It will give me roughly 300. Sorry, 100, right? It will give me roughly 100. Then the last one, 5.96 into 40. How much I will get? Last one. 5.96 into the last one. Somebody calculate total also. Please give me the last one. Yes, 238.4. Yes. Now, these are all the equivalent standard Excel loads. So what I will do, I will just add all of them to get the total one. If I calculate total one, how much I am getting? I am getting 4588.4 standard Excels. This many standard Excels we got. That means any such data I give, you can easily find out the ESAL. You can easily find out the ESAL. Yes? Okay, this is coming in my head, so I'll write down here 238.4. Okay, now this was the frequencies were given. Sometimes what they do, they will give in frequency percentage. They will give in frequency percentage, something like this. Okay, so they given the Excel load, and suppose I'm giving that all of them are single Excel. All of them are single Excel load. Okay, all of them are single Excel loads. So standard Excel load will be your 80 kilonewton. And see, they have given what? The frequency percentage. When they give you frequency percentage, what you do? You assume that the total number of Excel load is how much? 100. If you assume them to be 100, then this only will become the frequency, right? If this is a frequency percentage is given, and I assume total is 100 only, then what will happen? This will only become what? The frequency will become the number. Okay, the number. Now, if I want to find out the EALF, that will be very easy, right? First one will be 1820 divided by 80 to the power 4. That will give me how much? We have already seen that 5.0625. Okay. Next one will be 100 divided by 80 to the power 4. Please calculate it and give me. Then it will be 80 divided by 80 to the power 4. That will be 1. Then 60 divided by 80 to the power 4. That is how much? Calculate and give me. Please give me this value. Somebody has calculated also. Very good. Asa has found out also. Okay. But still, I will just request all of you that you find out also. What is the second one? Second one is 2.44. Okay. And the last one? The last one is how much? The last one? For the 61, it will be less than 1, right? Because 60 by 80 to the power 4. You're getting 0.316. So now if I want to find out the equivalent standard Excel loads, what you will do? What you will do? Just multiply and give me these values. Just multiply and give me these values. First one is how much? 5.0625 into 24. Okay. How much is that? Second one will be 2.44 into 56. Because this is frequency into EALF. Give me quick. First one is, you are getting 275.42. Very good. Okay. Second one, you are getting how much? How it is 275? Given the total answer or what? The total nahi baba. Give me individual. Total nahi baba. Give me individual. Total निकाल दिया. First one 136.64. Very good. Second one 120. First one 121.5. Very good. First one 121.5. Second one. Third one will be 16. That is easy. Okay, Santu has found. Very good. See, smart answering. That is a smart answering. 136.64, then 16, then 1.28. Okay, I want all of you to calculate. I could have these numbers written beforehand, but I didn't want that. Okay, so if I calculate, what is the total ESAL? What is total ESAL? As told by many students, it is 275.45. Yes, it is 275.45, right? 1.264. Okay. So total how much you are getting? Total how much you are getting? So now anything thing data I give, you can easily find out ESAL. Nobody is having any doubt on this, right? You can easily find out 275.75. So in the GATE examination, it's a very common question. It's a very common question, right? Where they ask you, find out what? They'll ask you, find out ESAL. And we saw that is very easy. Can I say the ESAL is the summation of the frequencies of different axle loads into what? Their equivalent axle load factor, right? Now, how to find out the vehicle damage factor? Okay, how to find out the vehicle damage factor? I told that this will be ESAL divided by the number of commercial vehicles. See, if they give you the number of commercial vehicles, then it is very easy. You just divide by that K and then you find out the answer. But suppose they have not given the number of commercial vehicles. Instead, they have mentioned the frequencies. Instead, they have mentioned the frequency. How to solve them? Very easy, very easy. Be careful now. Be careful now. You see, when the frequencies are given, I assume that total axles is 100. I assumed what? Total axle is 100. And then this percentage only I took as the number. Okay? I took as the number. But you see, this is total axles na. This 100 is total axles na. Yes? Is it number of commercial vehicles? No. It is not the number of commercial vehicles. So in this case, when they have not mentioned the number of commercial vehicles, they mention very good. If they have not mentioned, we'll assume that the commercial vehicles are such that they have 2 axles. We'll assume that they have what? 2 axle, one front, one rear. Okay? We'll assume that they have 2 axles. So if this is the case and this is the assumption, then tell me how many commercial vehicles are there in this particular question. How many commercial vehicles are there in this particular question? Please tell me. How many commercial vehicles are there in this particular question? 50. Very good. 100 divided by 2. That is equal to 50. So we'll divide it by what? 50 to get the vehicle damage factor. Very easy thing. Okay. So first of all, we learned how to find out equivalent axle load data. Very easy. You can easily find out equivalent axle load data. Okay. Once you get that, if they give you the number of commercial vehicles, very good, divide by K and get the answer, vehicle damage factor. But if they don't give you, and they give you frequency like this, then what you do? Take the total number as 100, yes, and then take the number of commercial vehicles as half of that. So game over. How much I'm getting this now? 275.4, okay, divide by what? 50. So what is the vehicle damage factor in this case? Please calculate and tell me. You're getting 5.51. Getting how much? 5.51. Understood how we are calculating this vehicle damage factor, okay? How we are calculating this vehicle damage factor? Take the total number of axle loads as 100 and then divided by 2. Okay? Clear? Clear? Very easy. But if they mention the commercial vehicles, very good. Because see, why I'm telling this? Because there is a possibility that some commercial vehicles have 3 axles. In that case, you know, the number of commercial vehicles can vary. So if they mention the number of commercial vehicles, very good, nice, just divide by K, game over, find out vehicle damage factor. But if they don't mention, then take that as what? The total number is 100, divide by 2. Okay, very easy. Let us now solve some questions. Okay, let's solve some questions. Okay, fast questions. Okay, the ratio of some objective questions for your GATE 1 mark and 2 marks, okay, from this particular topic. So GATE 1 mark, please answer this. The ratio of stand axle load for tridem and tandem is how much? Please answer this question. First fast. So you have studied the vehicle damage factor. Now we are just solving some questions. You see, tridem is 224 and tandem is 148. You're getting how much? You're getting 1.51. Getting how much? 1.51. So answer is what? C. Answer is what? C. See, tridem by tandem. Okay. Next question. This question can also be a GATE 1 mark question. So answer this. Find the equivalent axle load factor for a axle load of 240. Nothing is mentioned. I'll assume the standard axle load is how much? 80. That's what I told. So they're asking the equivalent axle load factor. That will be how much? 240 divided by 80 to the power 3. No, 4. So giving me how much? 81D. Understood? Very good. So this kind of 1 mark question they can ask in the examination. Okay. So this is what? This is GATE again 1 mark question. But here they have mentioned what? They have mentioned the axle is tandem axle. If it is tandem axle, then what will be the equivalent axle load factor? That will be the load divided by the standard axle load divided by 4. To the power 4, sorry. This is what? 240 divided by standard axle load is how much? It is for tandem it is 148. To the power 4. How much I'm getting this? What's the answer for this? B. Very good. B. This is what? 6.92 you are getting. So you see, by attending such sessions, you are getting ready for the 2 mark questions also. You are getting ready for the 1 mark questions also, right? So please do attend such sessions. They will help you a lot in the upcoming examination. Okay. So this is your homework. So this is your homework. And this is homework question number 1. Okay. And you will solve this question and then write in the comment section the answer. I will just skip it. Okay, this is the homework question number 1. Okay, now this is also the homework. So now I have started a new thing. I will start giving you homework also, because you are just attending the lectures and then going and sleeping in home. Nice, mast maja aa gaya, so gaya main. Nahi, homework. Now I will give you homework for your classes also, and the answer you'll mention in the comment section. This is homework number 2. This is your homework number 3. So very nice. Who all are excited to solve the questions as homework questions? Who all are excited? Who all are excited? Homework number 4. Me. Very good. So now, after attending the sessions, I'll give you practice questions also. Now many students ask me, sir, where to solve practice questions? I'll give you. Don't worry. I am myself a question bank. I can produce every day 50-60 questions for you. Don't worry. Apart from your previous year questions. Okay. So don't get tired of solving only previous year question where you already know the answer also. Many students solve only previous year question. They know the answer also. They know the option also. They get bored. They feel like nahi solve karna hai mere ko. But I'll give you new questions in every session as homework questions, as practice questions. Okay. So homework number 1, homework number 2, homework number 3, homework number 4, and then homework number 5. No. This is homework number 4 only. And then this is your homework number 5. Okay. So many homework for you. This homework number 5, you have to find out what? You have to find out the vehicle damage factor. Okay. Okay. So solve this 5 homework questions. This is the homework number 5. Okay. Solve the 5 homework questions, and in the comment section mention like this. First, in the comment section, I want you to define vehicle damage factor. See, nice revision, right? See, after the class, you have job also to do, right? So, define vehicle damage factor, defined what is ESAL, defined what is EALF, right? And then define your standard axle load, okay? Define your standard axle load. By this, you see, if you do this activity, then what will happen? See, that will revise. Okay, you will get revision. Okay, because only attending session will do what? A session ho gaya, ghar chala gaya. Session is over, ghar gaya, so gaya. Nahi. If you revise, then only you can excel. Okay, so first define this. All these are homework. Define this what? First define all these terms: vehicle damage factor, standard axle load, and then types of axle. Okay, first define all these things. Okay, and then another comment. This is one comment. You'll all expect 2 comments. Comment number 1. Okay, comment number 1. Okay, then comment number 2. Comment number 2 will be what? Like this. Okay, HW, homework question number 1, answer. 2, answer. 3, answer. 4, answer. 5, answer. You see, so innovation in my teaching. I always innovate myself. I always, try to bring something new for the students. Okay, I always try to make the things exciting for the students. Okay, that is what a difference between a, superb and awesome teacher and an average teacher. So I think that you consider me as a superb and awesome teacher, and I am. So, so, so many students tell, don't praise yourself, but at the truth. Okay. So please comment these two things, and tomorrow let us see who will get the best comment award. That will be announced tomorrow evening, 5 p.m. So tomorrow we'll be taking another interesting topic. So we completed two important topics we see in 2 hours only. Okay. So traffic delay model, vehicle damage factor. Tomorrow we'll see floating car method. Many students are confused in this floating car method. Okay. So tomorrow we'll solve floating car method. Okay. See you at 5 p.m. Bye bye. Bye bye. Sorry for the initial delay in the class. There was some technical error, but hope you have all enjoyed the lecture. Okay. I enjoyed the lecture. Okay. So we will bring many more sessions like this. So many sessions are coming. So please do attend. Okay. Thank you. So where is our technical team? Technical team is BG. So we'll call the technical team. Hello technical team, please end the session because I have to take another session also. Technical team has come. So welcome technical team. Technical team will now close the session, and then we will have the next session on the app. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow at 5 p.m. for floating car method. Many students have doubt, but tomorrow it will be very easy for you. Bye bye.